Morning, guys. We're here at the Magic Kingdom today. We're going to do some Hall of Presidents. We'll try to get some Space Mountain in. We're going to see Splash Mountain. And then, if we have time later, we're going to see what's new at the launch bed because celebrating the new Star Wars movie. Come along with us. It's only 7:30 in the morning. And the streets of Main Street, USA are getting full. It's going to be a busy one today. Guys, let's do this. We are going to Space Mountain now. We got through the mad dash of the opening ceremony, so let's go. Made it to the front. 30 seconds for you, 5-minute walk. So we are ready. Let's do this. Alright guys, Space Mountain is done. A super fun ride. Not a long line at all because we got here when the park just opened. So the line was literally walk on, and 20 minutes later, it's still just walk on. So if you want to ride Space Mountain, you want to do it fairly quickly, get here when the park opens. Alright guys, now for the main reason why I'm here today is for this attraction right here, the Hall of Presidents. This is not taking any political bias towards any particular side, just here to see the attraction. It's one of my favorites, so come along. Before we go in, I'm going to upload the full video of the Hall of Presidents to my channel. So if you just want to see that, go ahead and jump over to that video after this video.
On display in the center of our rotunda is the Great Seal of the United States. Unity is a strong theme in the Great Seal. Above the eagle's head, there are 13 stars. There are 13 stripes on the eagle's shield, symbolizing the unity of the 13 original states. In the eagle's beak contains the motto, E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one. In the eagle's talons, he is grasping the arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing our readiness for war, but our desire for peace. The eagle's head is always turned to his right, towards the olive branch. There are 13 leaves on the olive branch and 13 arrows, again symbolizing the unity of the 13 original states.
It was really cool what we have just heard about the Great Seal.
It is 1783, and the smoke is clearing in the wake of the Revolutionary War. Over the course of 8 grinding years, General George Washington has led a force of shopkeepers, farmers, and Native American allies to victory over the greatest military power in the world. A new nation has been born, independent and free. The founders must form a national government. In 1787, through months of passionate debate, they create a written constitution. For the country's highest office, they imagine something new in the history of the world. A leader not born to power like a king or queen. A leader who has not seized power through conquest. A leader not separate from the people, but elected by the people. From among the people. We, the people. We elect 15 presidents before the course of history brings us to the edge of a crisis like no other. A nation born of freedom still permits slavery. As the country pushes west, will new states be slave or free? The question produces bitter conflict. The issue rocks the election of 1860 and brings Abraham Lincoln onto the national stage.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
The bottom fell out of the market. 12 million unemployed. The bread lines and the soup.
The results of the 1932 election now appear.
When we elect our 32nd president, it is the worst of times. The course of history and the course of one president's life again shape a turning point in our national destiny. Franklin D. Roosevelt, paralyzed by polio, knows how to restore the faith of a people paralyzed by the Great Depression.
I believe in practical explanation and in practical policy.
He has found the inner strength his countrymen now need. He speaks to us like a friend, a neighbor. His optimism is contagious, his voice perfect for the latest breakthrough medium, radio. He calls us to believe we have nothing to fear but fear itself. And we do believe.
Tonight's attacks on England are perhaps the most widespread of the war in the course of the day.
But an even greater challenge dominates his final years in office. The Second World War.
Will outer space be developed for the benefit of all mankind? Or will it become another focus for the arms race? The choice is urgent, and it is ours to make. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
But really, it's all of us who must overcome the crippling legacy of bigotry and injustice. And we shall overcome.
One of the agreements that President Sadat and Prime Minister Begin are signing tonight is entitled A Framework for Peace in the Middle East.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. You have lost too much, but you have certainly not lost America.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you.
Loving this country requires the willingness to speak out for what is right, to shake up the status quo. That's America.
Our presidency is no longer just an idea. It is an idea with a proud history. Ladies and gentlemen, the presidents of the United States of America. And now we come to the present. Once again, we place our trust in the idea of a president, as we have from the beginning.
My fellow citizens, no event could have filled me with greater anxieties than that notification on the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation. But it was with the confidence of my fellow citizens that I took an oath. 35 simple words that have been repeated by every American president throughout history.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God. From the beginning, America has been a nation defined by its people. At our founding, it was the American people who rose up to defend our freedoms and win our independence. It is why our founders began our great Constitution with 3 very simple words. We the people. Since that moment, each generation of Americans has taken its place in the defense of our freedom, our flag, and our nation under God. These are the achievements of the American spirit, the spirit of a people who fought and died to bring the blessings of liberty to all our people. Above all, to be American is to be an optimist, to believe that we can always do better, and that the best days of our great nation are still ahead of us. It's a privilege to serve as the President of the United States, to stand here among so many great leaders of our past, and to work on behalf of the American people.
So, Hall of Presidents, super fun show, great show. You should definitely go and see it, no matter what your political belief is. You should definitely go see it. It's definitely worth the view. Still go down to one of my favorite attractions. A lot of things changes. Morgan Freeman no longer talking through it, somebody else, but it's a good show. You should definitely go check it out. Guys, now that the Hall of Presidents is over with, let's go ahead and get on our Fast Pass for Splash Mountain. Let's go. Splash Mountain, as always, super fun. A lot of good time. Pro tip: you don't want to get super wet. Sit on the left side of the log in the back. You won't get that wet doing that, and you still have a really excellent time. Now, something you need to know about me is that every time I ride that ride, I have to troll the camera. So I will insert that picture right now so you can see my trolling of the camera, if you will. I think they'll do it for us at the Magic Kingdom. We're gonna head over to Hollywood Studios and see some new Star Wars stuff, because I can't come all the way out this way and not see some Star Wars. Guys, on my way out, I decided to swing by Pirates and see how long the wait was. The wait is only 15 minutes, so we're gonna see if we can catch a ride.
Speak up, or do you fancy a swim?
Shift your cargo, dearie. Show them your larboard side. Belay there, you forecastle swab.
Fit in with us.
Belay that door, but what's the keys knocked up on your swab?
Can't you reach any further, you stuff-winged little dread?
I shall take this paltry sum as a starting to cover my expenses. And a chest of jewels.
So, Pirates of the Caribbean, super fun. Wait was set at 15 minutes. All we had to do was walk on, and there was maybe 3 people in front of us. So far, excellent time. Line's been fairly short today, but we are headed out officially. We are going to Hollywood Studios to do some Star Wars stuff. Guys, we made it to the land of Hollywood. Go do some Star Wars stuff, shall we? There it is, Star Wars Launch Bay. As you can see, they have a new Resistance banner flying high and proud up there. So let's go in and see what kind of new Star Wars stuff we can see. Should be fun. About 20-minute wait. Meeting BB-8 was fun. Usually when you stand there and you talk to BB-8, they generally tell you what he's saying to your questions. However, the cast member there didn't really tell you. Kind of disappointing, because it's really nice to be able to talk to BB-8 and get feedback. But it was good. It was a good overall meeting, and I will definitely share some pictures. Now it's time to meet Kylo Ren. Only a 15-minute wait. I know you probably can't see that, but a 15-minute wait. So we're gonna go ahead and meet him. Got done meeting Kylo Ren. Always a fun meeting. Never seen him. Highly recommend you go see him. So Launch Bay is always fun to go to. Always a good time to see it. I didn't get a chance to meet Chewie today, unfortunately. His line was like 45 minutes. Just don't have the time to wait in that line. But we're close to 11:30 now, and they're about to start the stage show. So let's go check it out. Walking up to the stage show, we have a little poll up here. Who do you want to take home? And as you see, the Porg is a overwhelming favorite. And I do have to agree. Definitely love the Porg the most.
R2-D2, where are you? My goodness. I am C-3PO, Human-Cyborg Relations, and this is my counterpart, R2-D2. I am fluent in the 6 billion forms of communication. Secret mission? Plans? What are you talking about? Exciting is hardly the word I would use. You watch your language.
Is not lost today. It is found. There were stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it. The dark side. The Jedi. They're real.
I need someone to show me my place in all this. The Force. It's calling to you.
May the Force be with you.
That does it for us here at Hollywood Studios. We're gonna head out. Thank you guys for coming along. Hope to see you next time.